Escape Academy Inspector Training. Here we are in Union City, New Jersey. We're looking at fire escapes, training to see what to look for when writing violations. This one is nice and shiny green. So somebody 5, 10, 15 years ago wrote a violation, scrape and paint this fire escape. And look, they did exactly that. Nice and shiny. This thing is as green as it can be, beautiful. Green seems to be the color around this area. There's a lot of green fire escapes. There's another one. But let's take a look and see if there's anything else wrong with this fire escape that could hurt or kill somebody. First thing is the balance. The fire escape ladder's out of balance. And it's got all the original cables on it. And there's no release mechanism on this. So that in case that cable fails, this thing is going to come down and puncture somebody in the head. So you need a release arm on these ladders so that nobody pulls them down and breaks into the building. Number 2, all original hardware. If you look up, I'm trying to find any new repair hardware on the treads, on the support, somewhere. Give me a new hex head bolt somewhere. And this is a 50 to 75-year-old fire escape. Why wouldn't it have some hex head bolts somewhere? Minimally on the treads. Treads accumulate all the snow. And in 50 to 75 years, there's a change in bolting. It's always on the treads first. Then it's to the major critical supports. Then it's to the railing corners. I'm looking. I can't find. So 5, 10, 15 years ago, somebody wrote a violation. The owner did just that. It was a scrape and paint violation, and that's what you got. Here's a perfectly scraped and painted fire escape. But structurally, I would find issues with all the treads. The major supports have not been reinforced. The corners and all the rails have not been taken care of. The ladder doesn't have a release arm. The ladder's out of balance. We've got some issues tying into the building, which you may not be able to see, but there's some holes into the cement. So this fire escape does not structurally pass an inspection. Let's take a look at this one. This is a black one. We got some debris. Somebody wrote a scrape and paint on this one because you can see some of the splotches of paint onto the wall. Whoever painted this, they did a great paint job. Now let's take a look up and see rivets on all the treads. Again, I'm looking for evidence of repair. Anything. Show me a hex head bolt somewhere. Nothing. The fire escape is nice and black, so that proves that somebody got a scrape and paint violation. But let's see on the corner. See, there's bolts missing on the corner of the bottom of the rail bracket. Corners on the rails. All original rivets on the treads. Not one new bolt on that. It's impossible. This thing is 50 to 75 years old, and in that time, all the tread bolts should be replaced by now. Nothing. I see no evidence of any new hardware anywhere on this fire escape, first, second, or third floor. But she's nice and shiny and black. But she's going to hurt somebody. If you overload this fire escape, you can have no release arm on the ladder. The cable is original to the ladder. So in case that cable gives way, this ladder is going to come down and hurt somebody on the head. So, typical. Let's take a look across the street. What we see here. Again, we're in Union City, New Jersey. There's a ladder that's almost all the way down to the ground. These things are supposed to be higher, so it's out of balance. Somebody must have broken in or used this to get into their building. And the release latch on this thing, you can't pull it down. Only the people from above can release it. Let's look for new hardware on the ladders, on the staircase. All original square head bolts. Let's look at on the rails themselves. Still original square head bolts. Fire escape has been painted. You can tell somebody's been painting this fire escape, but look at all the original hardware all the way to the top. I can see rust on the connections of the treads. Yet, not one hardware bolt. This is a 50 to 75-year-old bolt fire escape that to have no evidence of bolt changes means they've been scraping and painting it for its lifetime, but they haven't been changing one bolt. So here's a fire escape again, we're on Central Avenue. 2211 is that side. No bolt changes. No bolt changes. The little green one in the back fire escape. The only fire escape here that's been any work been done is this black fire escape, and it's been replaced. That's a brand new fire escape back there. Otherwise, all these fire escapes have evidence of paint, but no evidence of maintenance at all on the fire escapes. If you have any questions, give us a call here at Fire Escape Engineers, 866-649-0333.